Hey, it's Tony talking CarBiz. In today's video, we're going to do the interior overview on this brand new 2021 Toyota RAV4 Premium Edition. Let's dive in. Okay, starting on the driver's door up front, this one does have the light gray interior. So you've got a light gray upper and then the darker contrast on the lower portion of the door. And then you'll also see that as we dig into the interior. But here on the door, they've added some nice brushed aluminum trim here, including the door handle. Premium Edition does have the 2-position memory seat, power windows all the way around, and they are auto up and down for all 4 windows, power door locks, power mirrors, bottle holder on the door, and a place for books or maps there on the door as well. There's a speaker down here on the lower portion of the door. As we take a look at the driver's seat, these are a SofTex fabric seat. So you've got a full power seat on the driver's side, power lumbar support down here, and you can see with the light gray you get a medium gray insert up into the headrest, and then the light gray trim on the side. This is my personal favorite because it feels like there's more room inside the vehicle. The one criticism on lighter interiors is it shows the dirt. The way I view that is if I can see the dirt, it means it's dirty and I should probably clean it. Over here on the lower part of the dashboard, it's a padded dashboard, and you can see there's a contrast stitching on the light gray, silver trim here, storage compartment here, switches for dimmer switch for your dash light, automatic high beams, front window de-icer button, heated steering wheel, part of the upgraded package on here, and there's your power lift gate. Tilt steering wheel and telescoping steering wheel. Behind the wheel, the steering wheel is Toyota's 3-spoke steering wheel. This one's leather wrapped, and then part of the weather package, it's also a heated steering wheel. Controls on this side for cruise control, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure, and you can change your stereo controls here. Information center controls are right here, and the information center is up in the center of the gauge cluster. Stereo controls and of course Bluetooth connectivity. Toyota badge in the center, driver's side airbag, 8 airbags total, and brushed aluminum trim around the steering wheel here. Let's take a look up here. We've got wiper controls. Rear washer wiper controls are here as well, which are intermittent. Over on this side is where we find the headlight controls, and we also have our fog light on-off switch. Take a look at the instrument cluster. Let's go ahead and just start it up. We do have a push-button start system as part of the smart keyless entry on the Premium Edition. So let's give it a go. Turn up the lights there. So on the inside, on the left-hand side, we've got tachometer, temperature gauge, speedometer, fuel gauge on this side. It's a white on black backlit with red needles. Looks really nice. Trip meter resets right here, and then our information center in the center here. Outside temperature, clock, digital speedometer, the rear seat indicator for seat belts. That's a nice feature if you have kiddos in the back. And then you can toggle through those settings right here on the steering wheel. So if you want to go and look at your fuel economy, trip information, all of that's there. But then if you go left to right, that's where you can begin to do your setup on your lane departure, your road sign detection, pre-collision, blind spot monitoring. All of that is controlled up in there. Take a look in the center stack. So we've got an 8-inch touchscreen. This is Alexa compatible, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay. Sorry about that. And then it also has Sirius satellite radio, and you get 3 months of the premium service at no charge, and then you pay a subscription after that. Premium Edition does have automatic air conditioning with front driver and front passenger, and also the sync feature, so you can sync them up so that they both are set at the same temperature. Go ahead and turn that down a little bit. Sync it up. So traction control on and off right here. Heated seats up front, and there's 2 temperatures. Automatic start, so you can set it up that it automatically turns the car off at stoplights and then restarts once you hit the accelerator. Down underneath here is where we've got our charging ports, 12 volt and a USB port down under here. There's a place to throw your odds and ends. This is not wireless charging. Wireless charging is not a feature on the XLE Premium. Automatic transmission, 8-speed automatic transmission, leather wrapped. And then down here are our controls for our terrain select. And you can see up here in the dash or in the information center the settings that I'm on. So mud and sand, rock and snow, or rock and dirt, I'm sorry. All of that. There's also eco, normal, and sport mode. And those are for the shift patterns on the transmission. And again, there's a visual indicator. So right now it's red, which is sport, and normal is kind of nothing, and then green is kind of your eco mode. So that's what those switches do. Small coin tray right here, brushed aluminum trim around the edge of that. Looks pretty nice on there. Nice cockpit. Dual cup holders down here. Armrest, wide enough for 2 arms. It has SofTex fabric on top. Interesting no contrast stitching on this, like you see over on the sides of the seats. So that's kind of a miss if you're trying to pay attention to detail. Large storage box under the armrest, and then there are 2 USB charging ports right here. They're the traditional 2.1 amp, so not the USB-C that we're starting to see on some of the other Toyotas. Take a look over at the passenger side. We do have a passenger assist grip right there. Visors with lighted vanity mirrors. Visor extensions. The XLE Premium does come with the factory power sliding moonroof with a sliding shade, and then it also has a tilt feature. Take a look over here at the upper overhead console. Here's your overhead map lights, power switches for your moonroof, up and down, open and close, safety connect right there, so if you need help, push that button. We'll send you the help you need. Sunglass holder up here, and then we do have a traditional day-night mirror with no garage door opener, so you don't have HomeLink on the Premium Edition. Okay, jumping into the back seat. Again, this is the light gray upper with the dark contrast on the lower of the door. It's a nice refined look. Power windows, brushed aluminum door handles with that brushed aluminum trim, speaker down in the lower part of the door, and bottle holder in the door as well. Moving into the inside, of course the back seats are SofTex fabric just like up front, light gray on the outer, medium gray on the inner. The back seats actually recline, so there's a handle right up here that gives you a little bit of extra recline. So if you just push it back here, you can see it's about that far up, and then if you bring it back here, it reclines. So not fully reclined, but extra comfort for sure. Back seats also fold down in that 60-40 fashion, and you can see they're relatively flat, and it does leave some room down here for storage, so you don't have to fold up the seat base, so you've got a little extra room below there. Let's go ahead and jump inside. I'll point out that the center armrest is a folding armrest. There's room back here for 3 adults, but if you drop this down, you've got cup holders in the armrest back there. There's a passenger assist grip up here, overhead dome light for your backseat passengers, map pocket on the back of this seat, but nothing on the back of the driver's seat. Now I've got the driver's seat all the way back. This gives you a sense for how much leg room I have. I'm 5'7" and shrinking, but plenty of leg room. Should be able to fit 3 adults in the back seat. Fairly comfortable, 2 for sure. Vents back here, and then USB charging spots down on the lower part. So at the rear of the RAV4, the opening is really large. So if you need that 65-inch television, I think you can probably get it in there. All right, so we've got a cargo cover right here, retractable cargo cover, standard on the Premium Edition, and that is removable without tools. So it's spring loaded. Grab onto it like this and you can pull it right out. And it does stow underneath the cargo area if that's where you want to put it. Take a look at how much room there is with the back seat up. Now I do have 40% folded down there, 60% here. It's not easy to fold them down from here. You've got to have long arms. So it's probably easier to just swing around to the side. Go ahead and grab that. Notice you do not have to take the headrest out. So that's nice. And so that's your exterior space. Plenty of room in there for a single air mattress if you want to do an overnight camping trip. Over on this side there's a cargo light, 12-volt charging power port, and a storage compartment over here as well. There are tie-down hooks here at all four corners. And then underneath the floor is where we're going to find our temporary spare tire, our jack, and our toolkit. And there's some room around here if you want to wrap maybe some jumper cables or emergency equipment. These plastic panels do come off, but there's not a whole lot of space underneath there. But as I said, that cargo cover does stow under here as well. So there's a place to hide that. And then the back of this is reversible. So if you have something that you don't want to stain your carpeting in the back, you can actually pull that out and flip it over. And that gives you some extra protection. So that's a quick look in the back. There are some assist handles up here to pull it down. Of course, this does have the power lift gate, and so we can just tap that button right there. So that's your quick overview of this brand new 2021 Toyota RAV4 Premium Edition. Be sure and watch the exterior overview, separate video. There'll be a link in the description. Hey, this is Tony talking CarBiz. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, feel free to